Absolutely nothing sparks more controversy and debate than the annual list of the 100 hottest girls on the face of the planet. It's the Maxim Hot 100, and we're talking about it in the Loop. All right, before the break, we asked you, does Eva Longoria deserve to be Maxim's Hot 100 #1 for the second year in a row? You voted. Wow, you said no, she does not deserve it, and by a whopping 73%. Well, joining us via satellite to help us make sense of this year's Maxim Hot 100 list is Maxim's entertainment editor, Eric Gillen, and our very own resident chick expert. You didn't know it said that on his business cards, did you? Zach Selwyn. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. Eric, I want to start with you, sir. It's your list, and I got to imagine 40 frat guys, a bunch of Jaeger, and a dartboard, or is there more science involved with figuring out who belongs where on the list?
We have a monkey, actually, too. There's a monkey involved in there. He throws the darts.
Do you get the monkey drunk before he plays the darts, though?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes he gets us drunk, and then things get awkward. I mean, he's an awful handsy monkey.
No, really, in all sincerity, is there a science to this? Do you rate them on how much buzz they have or how hot they are, or what? I mean, is it just general attractiveness?
It gets awful esoteric. I mean, it's not like strictly like a boner meter, you know what I mean? You take into account what kind of a year they had, careers, movies, whether or not they're cool, whether or not they seem like they'd be cool to hang out with. It's not just that strict bar conversation where it's like, would you do her? Because the answer on most of those 100 girls is yes.
Zach, I want to confirm that with you, sir. Would you, in fact, do most of the girls on the list?
Again?
Let's start with number 50, right in the middle of the pack, Eric. Sarah Silverman. I mean, a girl who might actually do me once if I could forward her career. What's the deal with Sarah? Why is she right in the middle?
Sarah's awesome. I mean, she's sexy, she's hilarious, and she's dating Jimmy Kimmel, which means that all of you have a chance.
Right.
What's not to love?
Right. 7 figures and we could take her. I don't know. Do we forget that she's hot, you think, because she's so funny? Or, I mean, clearly you guys haven't forgotten. But, Zach, do you think maybe some people forget the fact that she's kind of attractive?
I didn't even think about it until he said she's dating Jimmy Kimmel, which means that she goes for every man. But, in reality, for me, she looks like every girl I, went to Hebrew school with. So I'm not too into it. But, yeah, I think the humor gives her a little bit more hotness,
Yeah. Maybe the parents gave her the personality talk when she was younger. She needed a little something to help her out. Now, the Lost Girls are all over the list. This is interesting here. Who do we have? We got all sorts of girls. 98, we got Yoonjun Kim, Maggie Grace, Evangeline Lilly. The list goes on and on. What is it about the women of Lost that has them all over your list, Eric?
Well, they're kind of half naked on the show a lot. I mean, we're looking at a lot of tank tops.
Half clothed.
Tans. Half clothed, excuse me. I don't want to be so negative. The show's great. I mean, the girls are all really, really attractive. And I'm telling you, Yoonjun Kim was at our Hot 100 party, and she is absolutely phenomenal in person.
I do have one question. Where's the love for Rose?
Yeah.
Huh?
Honestly, this is why we didn't put Rose on that list, okay? Bernard had a pretty decent idea with that SOS thing. All those other people we never see on the island, they could have gotten into shape, gotten some exercise hauling rocks. But no, she sold them down the river, and I'm selling her down the river.
Eric, Bernard's
Rose.
Bernard's not tapping that ride. Am I right, Zach? Bernard's not working.
Is Lost a show on TV?
It's kind of a reality series, yeah. Don't worry about that. We're going to move on with the list. 38, Paris Hilton. Really, Eric? Aren't we tired of her by now? Haven't we seen enough? Yes, she made a sex tape, but so have countless MySpace girls in a cardboard box in my bedroom.
Are we sick of Paris Hilton?
I'm asking you.
You can make that next poll. I'm not completely sick of her yet, but she's fallen to 30. Would you say 38? I think that's where it fell
38.
To.
Well, now, what gives her so much staying power? I know she has fallen a bit, but is it because she writes a book?
What was she last year?
The book deal. I think that Carl's Jr. commercial where she's naked and gyrating on the hood of a car kind of is still seared into the memories of many red-blooded American men.
All right, good point. I'll give you that. She deserves to stay on the list.
She was in the 20s.
Last year in the 20s. And Nikki Hilton made the list too, right?
As well. But not Nicole Richie, oddly enough. But I'm not going to call you out on that because I completely agree.
Yeah.
Number 3, we got Lindsay Lohan. Now, what's a fatty like Lindsay doing in the top 5? Zach, come on.
I know,
I liked her before she ballooned up. Your thoughts, Zach?
Exactly. A girl who's vomiting 4 times a day and has an American Express black card cutting up lines in a bathroom in New York City. You're going to make my top 10. Now that she's a porker, hitting 3 figures, it's just not for me.
Yeah, it's not right. Eric, what say you?
I mean, honestly, I think that you're just mad because she can outdrink you. I mean,
Oh, really?
Who doesn't want a girlfriend like that?
That's true.
That's true. Also, she got a new movie coming out, Just My Luck. And now, do you factor that into the top 10? Do you say, okay, well, clearly she's got some stuff going on, new film, she's a little bit hotter than, say, someone else?
Well, I mean, that's part of it, but I mean, Just My Luck, honestly, she's got to be the best thing in it. I saw the trailer, and to be honest, if you're dragged to that film, I mean, you're thanking God that Lindsay Lohan's in it. Otherwise, you're looking at the floor for the entire movie.
All right, finally at number 1, we got to get there because our poll said she doesn't deserve it. Here's the controversy, Eva Longoria. What is it about Eva that lets her grace the number 1 spot for 2 years in a row?
Well, I don't know if you have the picture up or not, but
We've
she's
got it.
naked in a wet T-shirt in the magazine. You can see how hot she is. She's actually quite physically attractive. B, she can outshoot anyone else on the list. She's actually a better marksman with a pistol than most of the guys. And the last one is this. If she can tolerate the French and actually date them, it means she's got to have one of the most stellar, shining personalities in all of Hollywood.
She's 4'8".
Yeah, Zach, final thoughts on Eva. Let's hear it.
You know, Beaver Chris Goria is 4'8". She stole Tony Parker from his fiancée, and he says she tastes like tapas.
Reason enough to be number 1 on anybody's list. Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming on and discussing the Maxim Top 100.